you a little bit about each of the different categories. The first category we're going to talk about are classroom teachers. So if Patty Pastoris from the committee will come up, she is going to talk about our four nominees, and if the nominees would mind coming up and having a seat on the stage, we're going to talk about you, and we want everybody to see you, so come on up. Classroom teacher category. To move the evening along, we're going to be sort of like the school board. We're going to have an on-deck area. There are some chairs to the side. So the next category is administrator principal. So if the nominees for administrator principal would mind waiting in the on-deck area, and the teachers come on up, and I see over there Mr. Grant, so come on up and have a seat, and hopefully the others will join you. Here she comes. We'll give her the detention slip later.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a privilege and a great pleasure for me to introduce the nominees for those who excel teachers category. The first one that we have is Daniel Green. Daniel Green is a veteran physical education teacher in the Rockford Public Schools. He has taught and motivated students at every grade level in his 30 years of teaching. Dan exemplifies excellence daily through his work ethic, respect for others, and positive attitude toward teaching. He sets the bar high for staff and students alike with his sunny disposition and daily affirmations about life. Dan is truly an educator that excels. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Green. Here's another nominee, Erica Mediaris. Erica Mediaris is an exceptional teacher. Her mission is to see that each child in her classroom feels secure and confident of reaching his or her potential academically. Erica is a source of inspiration and knowledge for her colleagues. She is tireless in her pursuit of improving the quality of outcomes for all students at Westview. Words alone fail to express how fortunate we are to have Erica Mediaris teach at Westview. The exemplary behavior of students shows they are being instructed by an excellent teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, Erica Mediaris. Catherine Rasmus. Catherine Rasmus, Mars School's nominee for those who excel in the category of classroom teacher, demonstrates a passion for the arts in all she does. As an elementary visual art specialist, she helps children create artwork of which they can be proud of. The beautiful student artwork displayed throughout the school building, in the main office, on the art wall, in the library, in the permanent collection, and lining the hallways instills a sense of ownership for the students. In addition, working with the other specialists as a member of many committees, she's a team player at school. For Catherine, teaching is truly an honor. Catherine Rasmus, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, we have Melissa Wolf. Melissa Wolf, theater arts teacher, is knowledgeable in all aspects of drama, acting, and theater production, teaches with enthusiasm and energy, collaborates effectively with her colleagues, and is highly respected by her students. Since taking over the reins of the drama department at Guilford High School 7 years ago, the size of the theater department has tripled in both the number of classes being filled and in the number of students filling them, signifying a testament to not only how respected and loved she is by her students, but also how much administration recognizes her quality work. Mrs. Wolf challenges her students with rich materials in the classroom and out of the classroom with significant field trips to theaters regionally, nationally, and even internationally, and chooses pieces to teach and challenge her students when directing 5 high-quality live stage productions annually. She has excellent classroom management and has developed a very balanced teaching style, encompassing both a natural, easygoing, friendly style which keeps her students at ease, but at the same time commands a manner of authority which inspires her students to get into the proper frame of mind to do their best. Mrs. Wolf is an outstanding classroom teacher and is extremely dedicated to her job and profession. Ladies and gentlemen, Melissa Wolf.
To your right and pick up a plaque on the way by. And then the next category, which is administrator principal, coming up, and our committee member Carol Waymeyer will introduce you. If we could have student support personnel certificated, waiting on the side, we will keep this moving along. Thank you.
This is just so you can all tell I'm standing. Good evening. It's my honor to introduce the nominees for the category of administration. We have both elementary and secondary levels represented this year. One nominee is in the early stages of her career. The other has traveled the administrative journey a bit longer and even survived middle school administration. Our first nominee is Amber Miller. The Maud E. Johnson Elementary School family is proud to call Mrs. Amber Miller their principal. Since Mrs. Miller has been a classroom teacher herself and has experience with both special and regular education instruction, she is able to connect as well as understand the viewpoints unique to each area. Students describe her as young, awesome, cool, nice, excellent, caring, sweet, pretty, intelligent, and fabulous. Mrs. Miller is the perfect combination of these traits and that anyone could ever ask for in a principal. The nominee is an administrator that parents want to see leading their students' education. She is a mother, a former classroom teacher, and a leader who strives to bring out the very best in everyone, while at the same time, she's a great role model to all. Ladies and gentlemen, Amber Miller. principal demonstrates a dedication and a drive toward excellence every day. Under her strong direction and leadership, Guilford has increased student on-time to class performance from 67% to 87%, and decreased major disciplinary referrals to 40% from 75% on a monthly average. These impressive numbers have been accomplished through building-wide teamwork and positive reinforcement. The school's mission statement, Guilford, great, everyone together, is what Ms. Hawkins lives by each and every day. Principal Hawkins' degrees include college, law school, and seminary. She is a proud graduate of the Rockford Public Schools. As such, she stands as an example for each and every one of our pupils. By example and good words, she lets all students know that they too can aim for that top and they can succeed. Mrs. James Hawkins. Both of these administrators are strong examples of the excellence that does exist in District 205's administration. If you would step off the stage and collect a plaque.
All right, we are going to move on to Student Support Personnel Certificated, and they will be introduced by committee member Linda Kimmel. And if we could have Educational Support Service Personnel Non-Certificated waiting on the side, we would appreciate it.
Our first nominee is Sarah Nielsen from Guilford. Sarah Nielsen is a counselor at Guilford High School, where she exemplifies thoughtful, compassionate professionalism. As a leader at Guilford, Sarah consistently brings innovational ideas to her job. She has brought PBIS to Guilford. She works with outside partners to deliver resources where they are most needed. Additionally, she has brought in over $1 million new scholarship dollars to Guilford students. Sarah strives to improve all functions, and in doing so, she brings others to greatness as well. Her innovative program is being replicated throughout the district, bringing excellent services and aid to many more students. We're proud to introduce Sarah Nielsen. Our next nominee is Karen Trost. Rolling Green School and other schools in the district benefit greatly from the skills of itinerant teacher of the visually impaired, Karen Trost. She is known as a leader in the field of educational vision services and willingly shares her knowledge with teachers, families, and colleagues throughout the Midwest. Her special interest in students who are both visually impaired and autistic led her to develop a tactile communication system that is now used throughout the state. Determined to ensure maximum inclusion of her students, she will arrange her schedule to accompany them on field trips and community training. Karen puts in whatever time is needed to locate resources for her students and is willing to do whatever is necessary to assist them in accessing affordable vision care. She is a fierce advocate for the rights of students and families, as demonstrated by her active participation on district special services teams and as president of the Rockford Noon Lions Club. I'm proud to introduce Karen Trost.
And we're going to have to go down, and need to introduce the lady who's handing out the plaques. Many of you probably know her, but want to make sure everybody does. That is Shirley Parks, and she is another one of our committee members. Shirley retired from the district a few years ago, but has come back to serve on the Those Who Excel committee as a community member, and we truly appreciate that. All right, next category, educational service personnel, non-certificated, and if we could have school board member / community volunteer up on the side, please. Thank you. Oh, and I'm sorry, Brenda Robinson Young, who you've all met, will be introducing the educational service personnel.
Lisa Jones. It is my pleasure to introduce Lisa Jones, a Marsh School paraprofessional who exemplifies excellence in all facets of her job. She gives 100% each day and does it so with a sense of enjoyment, serenity, humility, and unquestionable dedication. She tirelessly carries out her responsibilities with a positive attitude and admirable dedication. She teaches tolerance of individuals with physical limitations. She facilitates inclusion of her assigned student with multiple deficits in all aspects of school life. Her nominator states, having the privilege of working with Lisa inspires all of us to be better individuals and role models for children. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to present Lisa Jones. Linda Waterstreet. Linda Waterstreet, as the secretary for Auburn High School in the student office, has provided stability for students and staff alike. Not surprisingly, the student office can be a fast-paced, stressful environment. She is the calm in the storm, handling small and large crises equally well. One administrator describes Linda as my heartbeat because of her ability to keep everyone organized. Another colleague describes her as absolutely the glue that holds the student office together. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to present Linda Waterstreet. Debbie Wheeler. Rolling Green is proud to nominate Debbie Wheeland for the Those Who Excel Award in the category of Educational Service Personnel. As a paraprofessional who has worked on the staff at Rolling Green for many years, Debbie is known as someone who puts forth her best effort each and every day. Debbie is caring and supportive, demonstrating compassion and patience as she guides students toward the highest level of independence possible. She is highly responsive to the needs of the students she serves, and she is appreciated by staff and students alike for the calming presence she brings to the classroom. Debbie Wheeland is a dedicated paraprofessional who represents the essence of a caring school community. She is truly one who excels. Stand and leave the stage display and you'll be presented with your plaques.
All right, we're going to move on to school board member and community volunteer category, and they are going to be introduced by community member Sandy Code. If we could have the team category come on up and stand on the side, because I know there's quite a few of you guys, so come on up team, and you're next.
It's my honor to introduce the nominees for the school board/community volunteer. Our first nominee is Patty Guzman. Patty Guzman is a volunteer at Rolling Green School who gives her time unselfishly. She is at the school most days of the week helping in the classroom of her 3 children. This year, Patty single-handedly put the yearbook together. When there is a need, staff know they can call on Patty to help out. Her calm, friendly manner brightens the lives of all those she encounters. Ladies and gentlemen, Patty Guzman. Our next nominee is Sabrina Knapp. Sabrina Knapp has shown exemplary leadership and volunteer service to the Whitehead Elementary School community. She has served in a multiple of capacities, including the following: parent leader, and member of the Parent and Community Empowerment Committee, treasurer and president of our PTO, and exceptional volunteer. Her positive effect on the school community, her genuine concern for children, her leadership and excellence, and her willingness to go above and beyond has made a difference in the lives of our students. Mrs. Knapp's consummate leadership, ability to forge strong relationships with children and adults alike, and student and school advocacy have transformed the climate and culture of our school community. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Sabrina Knapp. Our next nominee is Dave Morgan, and representing him is Surgeons of Steel. Woo! For the past 45 years, Dave Morgan has served in key roles in manufacturing management and marketing in our community and remains focused on improving our region through manufacturing education. Through creation of the middle school program, Surgeons of Steel, 8th graders interested in engineering and manufacturing professions at Eisenhower Middle School were provided a behind-the-scenes look at future careers in manufacturing. In addition, Mr. Morgan began a pilot program for graduating RPS seniors seeking manufacturing employment. These students complete 164 post-secondary hours in 6 weeks at Rock Valley College. Upon completion, these students successfully transitioned into employment at GE Aviation, Fastenal, and Gleason Cutting Tools. Mr. Morgan's passion for big ideas has made an everlasting impact on our RPS students, making our community's future brighter. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Morgan. Our last nominee is Jane Melter, handler for Therapy Dogs International volunteer organization, and Chester, the certified therapy dog. Tutor reading program at Cherry Valley Elementary School. Jane and Chester are members of the Tail Wagging Tutor Reading Program, a part of Therapy Dogs International, an association promoting the therapeutic canine human interaction. They work with struggling readers at Cherry Valley School on a weekly basis. The ability to read well is necessary for the mastery of all academic subjects, and children who enjoy reading will continue to learn and grow throughout their lives. Extensive research has demonstrated that a child's reading skills improve remarkably when involved in this program. Participating children practice reading skills and build self-esteem while associating reading with a pleasant experience of reading to an attentive, non-judgmental dog. Ladies and gentlemen, Jane Welter and Chester. All of our nominees.
The last category is the Surgeons of Steel team. I know we have quite a few representatives, so come up, guys, and gather around. I'm your reader, so you can talk about y'all. The Surgeons of Steel program was started through a grassroots effort of passionate educational and manufacturing leaders to expose middle school students to the real world of modern manufacturing. To help students understand what manufacturing is really like, the team prepared a 45-minute presentation that dispelled several myths about factories. Through local industry visits and tours of educational institutions, 8th graders at Eisenhower Middle School are exposed to the highly technical skills needed to pursue careers in manufacturing and engineering. Surgeons of Steel have developed relationships with leaders in the community, resulting in over $3,000 each year to support the program. These students are an example of what is available. Students who are in our schools every single day. And just as an added extra bonus, I wanted to compliment each and every one of them. The wait staff came and sought us out and said that you were some of the best behaved children, or students as we like to call you, that they have ever had the pleasure of serving. So please give them an extra round of applause. All right. Next on our program is a new event, or a new section of the evening. The REA Executive Board, in recent months, decided that we wanted to recognize individuals who work really hard in the school district, but also work really hard to help the teachers and staff members who belong to the REA. So we're going to welcome Paul Goddard, the REA Vice President, up to do the inaugural presentation of the REA Executive Board Award.
Our first honoree's career of service with Rockford Public Schools began as a volunteer and then library paraprofessional more than 30 years ago. After obtaining her bachelor's degree in education from Rockford College, she, in 1979, started a teaching career that has taken her from teaching history to teaching English, from Flynn to Kennedy to East, and for a long stretch now to Jefferson, where she has affectionately come to be revered as Mama Jayhawk. At each of her schools, she has been a major contributor to the life of the school, starting and supporting programs and activities, shepherding students to successes and awards. She was a long-time member of the Those Who Excel Committee and retired from the committee this year after serving for a long time as its chair. While at Kennedy in the 80s, she joined the building committee, on which she would continue to serve at each of her schools. And a few years later, at East High School, she became what was at the time called a TA, Teacher Advocate, for the REA. She joined the executive board of the REA in 1990 and became a true mainstay of the organization, eventually becoming an officer, the secretary of the REA board. One thing that can't be missed is her absolutely infectious enthusiasm. When I interviewed her about her career, her love of teaching, of schools, of teachers and administrators, of students, of programs, of subjects, just kept coming through. Lots of excitement, tons of exclamation points. Words like super, positive, fun opportunities, and awesome kept coming up over and over. This is someone who can't contain how much she loves what she's doing. In summing up her career in education so far, she said something that was already perfectly clear about her. She said, "Teaching is my passion and teacher advocacy." Our first annual REA Executive Board Award for career contribution to the Rockford Public Schools and Rockford Education Association goes to Jane Heimer.
Yes, I need to step up. Thank you. What a beautiful audience. Give yourself a round of applause. First of all, good evening to all of you, and thank you for sharing your evening to honor dedicated individuals and educators. I thank my nominators. I don't know who it was. I'm not privy to that, I guess. But anyway, this initial award, I hope, goes to everybody that's really terrific. Being honored for something that I love, oh my goodness. It's just wild. As he said, my passion is teaching. And doing what I have just come to know and share with kids, it's a razor sharp edge that you work every minute of every day. Teachers perform great miracles, and I hope you all feel that every minute. You know, our worth can't be calculated on a balance sheet. If there's anyone in the audience that thinks we're paid too much, no way. Very seriously. You know, some days, oh my goodness, there's not enough money in the U.S. Treasury for what we have to do. The results that we put together are very, very real. The explosion of knowledge has made it much more challenging. Testing is far too mechanical. And students don't always find that excitement anymore that they used to find when they find out something new, or they put something together and it would be, oh, just phenomenal. But you know what? They're going to have to do it by themselves. And that's going to take more time for them. Tomorrow I will go back and I will try to inculcate some skills with my lovely Jayhawks. And they might think it's really boring. I mean, it's the end of the year, as somebody said. Why should we do something? Well, guess what? It's still 2 weeks. Now, there is something joyful about being around for 41 years. It's seeing a student come to class and say, hey, you know what? My mom said you were her teacher. Yes! It's terrific. I'll never have a problem with that student because mom knows the expectations. Or my brother had you last year and you were really tough. That's okay. It is a joyful experience, and I have touched thousands of lives, and they have touched mine too. Now, teaching's really not my claim to fame, for anybody who knows. It's the fact that I have only missed 2 days, sick days, in 41 years. And both of over for eye surgery. As the kids say, we can't argue with what she can see. And it's really been a great experience, and no, I don't plan on retiring. I plan on sticking around for a while. Woo! Some of you should come to my classroom. It's bright, and it's cheery, and it's fun. And they should see us in action. It's not always quiet. However, you would enjoy it. Today we had a young man named Dupree Powell come in, and he was one of my students, and he is now with the RAISE program. And he was explaining to the kids that, oh, this is great. You know, we're going to do something great for you. Teaching is very, very hard work, but the rewards are there too. And I will take this with me tomorrow, and they will go, Anyway, carpe diem for each one of you. Seize the day tomorrow. And thank you so much.
All right, and now it's the part of the evening that the rest of the room has been waiting for, I know. We're going to announce the state representatives for each category. The unique thing about the Those Who Excel Awards Banquet in Rockford is that we are the organization that will send our winners down to the state board, and our Teacher of the Year comes through the selection process. So our winners tonight will have the opportunity to go and compete at the state level and represent Rockford to show them all the wonderful things that we do here. So Dr. Jarrett and Mrs. Dawn Granith are going to come on up, and they are going to go ahead and announce the winners in each category.
For the team award, the winners are the Surgeons of Steel.
The school board member community volunteer is Dave Morgan. And just to explain, Dave is not here tonight because he is in Virginia, and he is, from the email that I read, talking to Congress and trying to get them to support the spreading of this program across the country. Because it really works, and he's really passionate.
Before we move on, let's acknowledge Chris McGee for her role in all of this. Inspiring the students, and they certainly didn't get up here without your support, so thank you. And now for the Education Service Personnel Non-Certified Award, Lisa Jones.
I want to thank the committee for this award. I accept it on behalf of all the outstanding paraprofessionals who work at Marsh. We truly work as a team and support each other. I am humbled and honored by my nomination from Nancy Giardini, Jill Greening, Karen Locarno, Lisa Weckerly, and Amy Nair. Thank you for nominating me and all the kind things you have said. I am fortunate to work with a great principal and a fantastic staff at Marsh Elementary. We are a staff that works well together and supports each other. I am also grateful that my family is here to support me tonight, especially my husband, Roger. I have been involved at Marsh for almost 19 years as a parent and then a paraprofessional. I absolutely love my job. I have thoroughly enjoyed each and every child that I have had the privilege to work with. I have taught them many things just as they have taught me. For the past 2 years, I have worked with a beautiful child that has challenged me, made me laugh, taught me many things, and I have learned to have more patience than I ever thought I could possibly have. I love her and I love her parents, and I'm thankful for all the support they have given me. The most important thing that I have learned from her is to take time to listen and hear what she has to say. Sometimes she says things that we may not want to hear. Quite often it is something funny, and many times I am truly amazed by what she has to say. Every day before I start work, I say a short prayer that I can make a small difference in a child's life today. Thank you.
The Student Support Personnel Certificated, Karen Trost.
Thank you. I'll try not to cry. I think of the numerous roles that an itinerant teacher takes on, and I think a lot of people don't understand what we do. So this one is for all itinerant teachers. We're very important to the district, and I don't think people realize how many of us are out there every day as transportation and all the checks they write for gas mileage, and I'll tell you. I think traveling teachers also have a hard time feeling a part of a staff because we serve so many schools. I've had the pleasure of being at Rolling Green for 20 years, so I very much feel a part of that staff. I would like to thank several people. Ken Held is our principal. Thank you, Ken, for all your understanding and your support through the years. I want to thank Diane Finn. She is supervisor for the Vision Impaired programs. And I I have been very blessed that she's provided me with a wealth of training and support and guidance and friendship. And she's helped to make me a better teacher, and she has created a very strong vision team in the district, and I think we're highly respected as a team. I'm proud to be a part of that. And last but not least, I want to thank my mother, Barb. She taught me how to love. She taught me how to care. She taught me how to give. And she also taught me how to serve. I love the kids I work with. I work with 3-year-olds to age, 22 by the time some of them actually finish. And there are unique challenges with that. I love every one of them. I love what I do. I'm very deeply honored and humbled by this recognition. Thank you very much.
Now for the Administrator Principal Award, it's Janice Hawkins.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for this award. I love what I do every day. I love teachers. I love kids. I love giving teachers the freedom to do what it is they do best. And so it has been my pleasure to return to Rockford to serve the community that raised me. And so it's just an honor to give back every day. And I'm just grateful for the Guilford staff. You are amazing. And thankful to Angel Contreras sitting in the back, and to a Board of Education, and to our new superintendent, and to the superintendent that oversaw my school this year, Mr. Vosberg, to give me that freedom to kind of move in that vein of being a little bit off the cuff as an administrator, as long as we're focused on results. Thank you.
The Classroom Teacher Award, this Teacher of the Year Award, is dedicated to in the memory of Sarah and Gracia, and the winner is Kathy Raskin.
Thank you so much. I am honored for the recognition. Thank you to my amazing staff who nominated me. Marsh truly is a wonderful place to teach. The teachers, para, support staff, principal, and PTO work as a team. It starts from the top. Christine Leiter, our principal, who is supportive and empowering to the entire staff. Our PTO also supports the arts with funds for the permanent art collection and specialist field day every year. I have an amazing fine arts team with Lisa Weckley, who nominated me. Thank you, Lisa. Liz Lazar, who we worked so well together to promote the arts for all students at Marsh with our 3 fine arts presentations every year. Classroom teachers are wonderful people to work with at Marsh. They value the arts as an important part of the students' education. From hanging the students' art in their classroom and hallway to using the artwork as inspiration for creative modeling. They model that the arts are important. I recently had a first grade bilingual teacher share with me the stories that her students wrote about the artist Claude Monet, who we studied in art class. They were amazing. Thank you, Marsh teachers, for making me feel like a valued colleague, not a planning period and not coverage. I'm a visual arts teacher with a vital curriculum that makes a difference to the students' education. I would also like to thank a wonderful group of art teachers that I call the Art Girls. This group of women, we have been friends for 30 years, sharing ideas, lessons, tips, and encouragement. Little did we know that we would be a PLC before it became an educational trend. We have a running joke with each other. They would get a new student from each other's school, and we tell the student, you know, I taught her everything she knows. Which is true. We have taught and shared with each other everything we know. Thank you, ladies. Finally, the arts make such a difference in students' education. As William Bennett, former U.S. Secretary of Education, stated, the arts are an essential element of education, just like reading, writing, and arithmetic. Music, dance, painting, and theater are all keys that unlock profound human understanding and accomplishment. In recent years, studies have shown the profound impact that a sustained, high-quality fine arts program have done to improve learning, behavior, and test scores for students. Business leaders look for employees who can think creatively. Clifford B. Smith, president of General Electric Foundation, stated, GE hires a lot of engineers. We want young people who can do more than add up a string of numbers and write a coherent sentence. We want them to be able to solve problems, communicate ideas, and be sensitive to the world around them. Participation in the arts is one of the best ways to develop these abilities. So once again, I thank you for this honor. As Albert Einstein stated, logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. To me, it helps validate the importance of what I love to do every day, teach art to my students. Thank you.
Thank you for your attention this evening. I do want to recognize my committee. So when I call your names, would you stand, please? Shirley Parks, Carol Waymeyer, Gary Lutz, Kenny Pastoris, Lincoln Himmel, Sandy Cole, Cindy Johnson, and we also have Betty Thomas with us. And Betty is a retired teacher who's now moving. She's moving to Huntley, Illinois. I told all her business, don't tell her. But so she is in the process of packing and all that kind of thing. So she couldn't be with us. I thank you for coming, and Cindy has some closing remarks for you. Person. Mary Call, would you stand, please? She's new to our she lives downtown, so we're glad to have her, and she's got a press release ready and everything. So check your paper in the morning. Maybe it'll make it there. Maybe the next day. Thank you, Mary. Sorry, I forgot.
Just a couple of closing comments. Thank you to everyone who came tonight. Great things go on every day in every one of our Rockford Public Schools, and we're not recognized nearly enough for that. Thank you for taking the time to do that this evening. Just for your information, the Oasis Room bar is over on the right side of the room, and it will only be open for an hour after, not as late as I originally said. You're welcome to hang out and enjoy and visit. Winners You will be contacted individually about information for going on to represent Rockford at the state level, and we hope you all agree to go on and represent us, because I think the state of Illinois needs to hear the good news about what's happening in Rockford Public Schools. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Have a great Friday tomorrow, and thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry. One last group I have to recognize that is new to us this year and are doing a wonderful job are the Auburn students, and I forgot to get their names, but would you guys